Did you know that the Gulfstream G500 and the Dassault Falcon 6X are not just rivals in the sky, but they also have a fascinating history of innovation and competition? In this video, we're diving into the exciting world of private jets to compare these two titans of the aviation industry. Get ready to discover the secrets behind their design, performance, and luxury features as we pit the Gulfstream G500 against the Dassault Falcon 6X. Strap in and join us for an exhilarating journey through the clouds. The Dassault Falcon 6X is the largest business jet that the French company has ever made. So, the Falcon 6X has all the newest technology to make it as comfortable and easy to use as possible. Dassault also says that the Falcon 6X is an ultra-wide-body business jet, which is its own category. However, the Falcon 6X is classified as a large jet for the purposes of the business. The 6X has been around since 2017. That's when Dassault announced it and said it would come out in 2022. In 2018, the concept of the 6X was made public. The plane will be delivered in December 2020. In March 2021, the plane took its first flight. Dassault Falcon 6X is a business jet that comes just below the 7X and 8X, which are bigger. Gulfstream Aerospace Corporation developed and makes the fast G500 business jet. Gulfstream showed off the G500 and another plane in the same family, the G600, at its plant in Savannah, Georgia, US, in October 2014. Both planes are good for people who need a lot of room, but don't need the longer range of the G650 or G700. The G500 business jet was also shown at the Business Aviation Convention and Exhibition, put on by the National Business Aviation Association in November 2015. The first flight of the T-1 test plane took place in May 2015. 4 G500 prototypes were put through a test fleet in May 2017, and the first production plane flew over 745 times over the course of 2 years, logging over 2,900 flight hours. Cabins. If you want to see a difference between two long-range private jets, you have to look at the inside of each one. There can be more people, more privacy, more features, and more ease in a big cabin. When it comes to cabin length, the Gulfstream G500 is longer than the Falcon 6X. The cabin of the G500 is 45 feet long, while the cabin of the Falcon 6X is only 40 feet long. The only way the G500 is better than the Falcon 6X is in cabin length. Dassault says that the 6X has the tallest and widest cabin of any business jet that was made just for that reason. The Falcon 6X's cabin is almost an inch wider than the G500's. This gives travelers more elbow room, aisle space, and more comfortable divans. The cabin of the Falcon 6X is 2 inches taller than that of the Falcon 5X. This means that almost everyone who gets on board can stand up easily. A maximum of 19 people can fit on the G500, while 16 people can fit on the Falcon 6X. Also, the Gulfstream G500 can take more luggage because it has a total capacity of 175 cubic feet. What about the Dassault Falcon 6X? It can hold up to 155 cubic feet of luggage. Comfort and the newest technology have been combined to make the ride as smooth as possible for passengers. The 6X's large, bright, and airy cabin is what really sells it. It has the world's first skylight over the entryway and kitchen, and its windows are 30% bigger than those in the Falcon 7X. This makes the entryway brighter, and there are 30 large windows all over the jet. The windows are close together so that you can see more when you look out the window. The large amount of natural light that comes into the jet will make you feel better. On a bigger scale, this cabin has the most space of any in its category, and there is a common area for teams to meet and talk. Dassault designed a jet that can be used as either a place to live or work. You can stay relaxed and get more done this way. There is now more room for individual sitting, and there is more privacy built in. The back cabin is where these features stand out the most. The 6X's cabin is only 3,900 feet above sea level when it is flying at 41,000 feet. At the end of a long trip, this will make you feel refreshed. The Falcon 6X's air filter makes it easy to breathe and brings clean air into your lungs. In less than 3 minutes, the whole house air can be made fresh again. Not only that, but Dassault has also made the cabin have some of the quietest noise levels on the market. Dassault says that the noise levels are not loud enough for regular conversation. As with all Gulfstreams, the G500's cabin is very well equipped. There are all the tools you would expect on a long-range business plane. It's not as wide or tall as the Falcon 6X, but its cabin is longer. Customers have more design options when it comes to the building because of that. G500's basic cabin plan looks like this. There are 3 sitting rooms, places for the optional crew to rest, and 2 bathrooms, one in the front and one in the back. Either the front or back of the plane can have a full-size kitchen. The cabin has a maximum altitude of 4,850 feet, so it is very quiet. 14 signature Gulfstream circular windows let light into this space. Altogether, these windows let in a lot of natural light and show off the world below. Taking all of these things into account will help you get to your destination feeling rested and with little to no jet lag. The Gulfstream cabin management system lets people from their places change the temperature, lighting, and music. The G500 is a great place to work, eat, and relax because the seats can be turned into live flatbeds. The Falcon 6X has the most up-to-date form of the EZ3, Dassault's award-winning suite of flight electronics. With the help of new technology and feedback from Falcon operators, the Easy Flight Deck will be a hit with both guests and pilots. The 6X has the award-winning Falcon Eye mixed vision system, which is what you'd expect. This system gives flying crews a level of situational awareness that has never been seen before. In addition, Falcon Sphere 2 is installed on the plane. This is an electronic flight bag system that works together to make getting ready for missions faster and easier. Because there are 4 big windows in the cockpit, pilots will be able to see very well. Pilots can see farther through glare shields because of how they are shaped. Crew comfort has been improved by giving them more space and bigger, more comfortable seats. A digital flight control system has also been added to the 6X. This system controls all flight control functions, such as the slopes and flaps. An advanced symmetry flight deck with cutting-edge technology, such as Honeywell Primus Epic electronics, a next-generation enhanced vision system, and touchscreen controls, is built into the G500. The G500 plane also has a full 3-axis digital fly-by-wire system that protects the envelope, improves stability, adds redundancy, and lowers upkeep costs. The mixed elements of leather, brushed nickel, and glass in the cockpit make it look nice. Crew seats are also very comfortable because they are made of perforated leather and ventilated mesh, and they can turn all the way from side to side for easy movement. The kitchen on the plane was made to be flexible. It only takes less than 30 minutes to switch out built-in coffee makers for espresso machines. Before we get into the performances of these 2 amazing jets, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button for more amazing videos in the world of luxury. Performance. 2 Pratt & Whitney Canada PW 812D engines placed in the back of the Dassault Falcon 6X give it power. There is about 13,500 pounds of thrust from each engine. This means that the 6X can take off in just 5,500 feet. There is also a minimum distance of 2,500 feet where the 6X can land. The 6X can fly 6,300 miles at 613 miles per hour without stopping to refuel when it is set up for cruise. The 6X can run at a maximum of 690 miles per hour when it is set up for speed. A maximum altitude of 51,000 feet is the highest the 6X can fly. The high-efficiency engines in the 6X use 10% less fuel than older engines in the same power class. The 6X is also very stable at the speeds and angles needed at smaller airstrips, thanks to Dassault's history of making fighter planes. This makes takeoffs and landings safer and faster than with other types of airplanes. The 6X's wings are also designed to work best at both high and low speeds. In addition, this plane can land at airports like London City and Lugano because it has more operating capabilities. 2 Pratt & Whitney PW 814 GA engines placed in the back of the G500 give it power. It is possible for each engine to make 15,140 pounds of thrust. The G500 can cruise at 593 miles per hour and reach a top altitude of 51,000 feet. The G500's engines use less fuel, make less noise, and run more smoothly, so they need less upkeep. They release up to 50% more nitrous oxide and 35% more carbon monoxide than what the International Civil Aviation Organization says is safe. The G500 needs at least 5,300 feet to take off. It can also land at least 3,100 feet above the ground. Gulfstream was able to make the G500 so that it can go as far as 6,100 miles. This means that customers can move between two places on Earth with only one gas stop. Costs. The list prices of these two planes are very close to each other. The difference in price is only $2 million. The new price for the Falcon 6X is $47 million. On the other hand, the Gulfstream G500 has a lower list price of $45 million. There aren't any used Falcon 6X because the first one hasn't been delivered yet. And for the G500, a used one can fetch up to $42 million. Enjoyed this one and would like to see more? Click on this video for another journey through a full comparison of the giants. The Dassault Falcon 10X versus Bombardier Global 8000. See you there in a second.